I'm sitting up here in the upper grand circle, the best view of the Astor Cinema. It's an original old theatre. It smells old. You can smell the leather. We're about to see this fantastic film.
Hi, we're here at the Astor Theatre in Melbourne for the Human Rights Arts and Film Festival, and we're about to watch this amazing movie.
So we're going to talk to people after the after party. Vince is here, everybody's here, so you're checking it out. Enjoy.
The aim of the film festival is to introduce a wide audience to many of the most pressing human rights issues around the world today, and to hopefully inspire people to think about what we can do to all make a difference.
My name's Jeremy Gilley. I'm an independent documentary filmmaker. As I was growing up, all around me were scenes of aggression, war and hate. I couldn't understand why we just can't get along. The more violence I saw, the more frustrated I felt about not being able to do anything about it. But I wanted to try. In July 1998, I decided to make a film about peace. Then I realised there was no day of peace. That was it. I was going to try and establish the first ever annual Peace Day. A day of global ceasefire and non-violence. A day for everyone to become involved in the peace process. If I failed, the film could make a profound statement about a world unwilling to change. If I succeeded, well, that was almost inconceivable.
Now, we've just seen this film. What did you think about it?
Do you know what? I am so passionate about this film, A Day of Peace. I loved it.
Concept, don't you?
The concept is that on September the 21st every year, all the world leaders, everyone around around the whole globe, has a peace. What's the word?
Peace Day. No fighting.
Yes.
No war. Nothing.
Yes, and it's such a great idea, and they've got all the world leaders to do it, and they actually had the Taliban do that, and that meant that they were able to take kids across the border to get them immunised.
So the idea was, there was this one person who was making a film, took 10 years to make, he wanted a World Peace Day because there wasn't one. He went to the UN, he'd done so much work, got celebrities aboard, Angelina Jolie, and he couldn't really find a way that people would listen.
I travelled the world to build and document a case for the day's existence.
The day could be the beginning of a deeper process. It has the practical impact of allowing access of humanitarian aid, access of information, freedom of movement, relief from the pressure and tension of not knowing where the next bomb or bullet may come from. That to me is an idea whose time has come.
When he talked to the leaders, he always had an answer, and he always remained calm and nice and peaceful. And that's the way to go when you're negotiating something like that.
Yeah, it's an extraordinary night, and as you can see by the support, there's been quite a lot of generosity, hopefully, and what he's saying in the movie will hopefully resonate out there in the world.
And what are you going to do on September 21st? What's your mission?
I think just to do something on a personal level that somehow I can contribute. I mean, obviously, if we just do a little bit ourselves, that's all you can really do. So,
do you have children of the school age?
Yes, I do. I've got 2 boys.
Maybe we could all go to the schools and get everyone to, have one of those days where no kids bully each other, all the kids are nice, everyone's not arguing.
I think that's exactly right. It's just each of us we do something that's on a very small level, but it somehow can contribute to being something very big.
That's right. Don't you love that? Don't you love that small things like that can progress and it can change those kids' lives, like long term?
Yeah, absolutely. And that concept of the polio, getting the shots and introducing that, I think actually made people sit up and listen. So an extraordinary film and a big effort.
This is a raffle. We've got a raffle going up here on the foyer. What do you win?
Hello, well you can win one night with breakfast for two at the Sofitel, one case of wine with Di Portali wines, one amazing hamper from Carmen's, one voucher for $150 from Three Fish,
Done this before. You're like at Sale of the Century.
or 4 CDs from Level 2 Music, and finally 8 cinema tickets from the very Astor Cinema that we're here tonight.
There you go. Now, how much are the raffle tickets?
1 for $10, 3 for $20, 7 for $50, and 20 for $100.
And all for a good cause, and all for the Make the World Peace. And how many did you buy?
Look, I would have liked to have bought 20, but I just got 3.
3's enough. You're doing a little bit. It's not necessarily about how much, it's the fact that you're actually doing it.
True.
What did you think of the film?
Who goes and gets a UN resolution? I would have been happy with 114 people in the theatre personally. Amazing, inspiring.
It was, I mean, a 10-year journey is a very long journey to do.
Journey, and amazing.
Did you do something like that?
Could I or have I?
Could you? What have you done then? Oh, you've got me going now. What have you done?
Nothing, I've done nothing. I bought 3 raffle tickets.
Yeah, exactly. It's
There you go.
not about the amount. You keep selling tickets. Have a wonderful night.
Through time, I think it will become more and more effective. What do you think?
To come to 100%, you need a lot of time.
Yes.
But I think the great thing is at least we've done something for the next generation.
Yes.
If there is a cessation for a day, then it gives us an opportunity to move supplies safely through places that are otherwise difficult.
What are you going to do on September 21st this year?
I am going to have a peace party.
Yes, let's do it. A peace party.
Peace party, and I'm attending the peace party. Absolutely.
I will come too. We'll film it.
Will you come to our peace party? September 21st?
Let's do
Your
it.
camera, and we'll talk about special messages to the world.
What an inspired idea. We are going to have a peace party. Jackie is going to have a peace party.
Yes, I'll work out the rest of the details, but that movie was incredible and it was so uplifting. I wasn't expecting it to be, and I thought, wow, if this one man can go out and do all of that. Steph was saying how we sit back, we're in this country, we've got a roof over our head, we've got food on our table, as he quoting him. Why can't we do something to spread the word, to promote?
It's about spreading the word, isn't it? You know.
It really is. I'm here at the Astor Theatre with Nick Francis, who is Jeremy Gillies' brother, and they are advocating a World Peace Day on September the 21st forever and ever and ever. And we've just seen the most amazing movie.
We have. I'm very proud of my little brother. He's been a peace campaigner for 10 years, trying to create the first ever International Day of Peace. They got it through the United Nations, as we saw in the film, about 5 years ago, and just a couple of years ago had the Taliban cease for a whole day while they immunized children. So he's really of this idea that you have to experience peace, a bit like in the Second World War when the guys stopped for a day and had a fag. If you get that we're all in this together, then maybe it doesn't make sense the next day.
It was so incredible, guys, and even for those of us who feel like we're not in a country at war, like in Australia and the United States, we can always, create peace in our own homes.
This is my suggestion. When you go around the world and find a group of people who do what you do, but in their country, then go to another country and do the same thing, so it'll make your thing more powerful.
Yeah. How old are you?
16.
So you're about to leave school soon?
Yeah.
Will you do it for me?
I think it's a great idea. Any moment, whether it's a day or a week, that we can give the combatants to pause, to think, and reflect on what they are doing to their own people and to the environment will be a great achievement, and I would support it 100%.
Jeremy has this really thing about saying, we're not all at war, and yet we all are. We're struggling with the people at work, we're struggling with our kids, we're struggling with each other, and actually each action we take makes it more peaceful.
I really liked it when he said that. I thought that was so cool, because I'm a very big advocate for the fact that we are all connected, and the fact that if we all just were nice to each other, wouldn't that be nice?
And wouldn't it? And I think the other thing is it's more than being nice. I mean, I actually think one of the interesting things in the movie is that to get that peace, it costs, and it costs people really doing. You saw those guys from the Afghanistan coming out and laying down their rifle. Well, their rifle's their life, and so it actually, I know that there are, I know in my own life and friends' life, there are people that you're hurting with that you actually have to really let go of something. It's not nice. It's actually hard. It's hard bloody work. And Jeremy's been doing that hard work for 10 years.
Behind me here is they're having a silent auction. Basically got all these items along here which you can get to bid, and it's all to raise money, of course, for the World Peace Day. So sign away. Bidding?
Yeah, I'll bid on it.
What are you bidding?
No, that was just a T-shirt, the anti-racism T-shirt.
Oh, okay.
We're trying to get a few people to get into it,
Now, what's your involvement with tonight? Obviously, helping out here.
Yeah, it's basically it. You just said it, helping out, and trying to raise awareness, make a few bucks for the cause, and how could you not? It's like he's like the Pied Piper. You just want to follow him and go wherever he goes. And you look at the people that have been following Jude Law, who follows him into the battle zone. It's
Angelina.
It's so symbolic in a lot of ways that that you start to feel like irrelevant as a person. You're not doing anything about things like that.
So how do you use your celebrity? This is your part of using your celebrityness to help make the peace?
Call it whatever you will. I suppose a photo here or a photo there, and raising awareness, and people seeing you and looking at you and going, oh, what are you talking about? Oh, we're actually talking about peace one day. If it helps a tiny little bit and saves one person, geez, why not?
Sarah, we've just seen the amazing Peace movie. What are you planning on doing on September 21st?
Doing anything I can to help.
Do you think that, I was thinking that, like sometimes you could just say to your whole family, and you could also decide not to say nasty things and not to have any arguments with anyone on that day?
I actually thought you could just try and have it start at home and stretch out in school, the neighbours, and do whatever you can on a global front.
I thought it was such a great idea to bring it down to that level where we can make a difference as well as taking it to the politicians, because we are all connected and we can get it across.
He's very clever because he can make it germinate from such a tiny, bring it home and then take it from there.
The United Kingdom and Costa Rican governments have now joined together.
I think the important thing is to keep talking about it and keep trying,
I'll stay with you. We'll see how it goes. But I think it's very, very important, and I am really, really proud.
The need for such an enhanced approach was originally brought to our attention by a UK-based non-governmental organisation, Peace One Day.
This is a step forward in international relations.
Be observed as a global ceasefire day.
Let's stand up on September 21st. Let's say that we want peace, and let's begin.
To make peace a reality throughout the world, 365 days a year. Thank you, Mr. President.
May I take it that the Assembly decides to adopt that resolution? It is so decided.
Those things that you have in court that you whack? They whack one of them.
So what did you think of that fabulous movie?
I thought that was amazing. Absolutely amazing. I thought it was we were just having a conversation then actually about really the fact that this started from nothing with just the hope of one person doing this, and that the celebrity of Jude Law and Angela Jolie certainly made it more visible and helped it go along. But the actual idea that somebody could sustain this for that long and keep it going and still not give up on such a simple thought of what would actually be quite a simple idea of not killing each other.
It's quite incredible, really, because as we've said before, he gave up all his money and all that sort of thing to do it, and to sustain it is quite amazing. And there's not very many people that would actually do that, but thank God that he can do that, and thank God that he's got the ability to do that.
And more than that, there is actually the people he spoke to during that movie. Everyone from the highest ranks of the UN down to everyone else really were supportive visibly, but it took. I suppose the disturbing thing is it actually took that long to even with all of that support to get that one result.
So we're here at the cinema. What did you think of that movie?
It's very inspirational considering what Jeremy took 10 years to make that, so I thought it was fantastic, and everyone who came here I'm sure was quite inspired by it.
And what do you think you'll be doing on September 21st yourself within your community?
Well, it's interesting. I've been thinking about that. Firstly, I'll start with the home, with the kids, but I want to make it a bit bigger than that, maybe with the school or a group of women, I'm not sure, but I'm going to start thinking about it because it's really important everybody does something.
I think so too. I think we can all just have like a peaceful day. Tim, do you reckon you could do that?
Yeah, I think you just have to think about what you can do to make a contribution, so if nothing else, it gives you something to think about, so we'll do something.
I'm here with Matthew, the director of the festival. Yeah. So it's a pretty big festival to put on. Tell us a bit about what the whole week and what's it going to be about?
What's it about? I guess we're about kind of raising awareness and generating discussion on human rights issues. And we kind of see artistic mediums like film and art and music and dance as fantastic ways to kind of reach out to people and engage them with, issues that are of social importance, I guess. Yeah.
So this is opening night here at the Astor. How did you get the people to come? What's the form?
This is a fundraising gala event, but it's been organised by a lady named Janine Frooms, and she put together a committee of about 16 people, and they all basically invited a lot of their friends and networks, and it's turned out to be astonishingly amazing. Yeah.
So you're doing your bit?
Sorry?
You're doing your bit for peace?
Yeah, we are. I guess so.
No, that's small little things.
Yeah, it is.
Everyone who has attended tonight or who will attend the festival for the whole duration is doing their bit. They're taking some action and supporting a cause that they believe in. That, in a way, that's their voice. By supporting us, they're expressing their voice and their concern for the issues relevant to human rights.
A peace day has been adopted by every member state of the United Nations. An annual day, separate from politics and religion. A day when every human being on Earth can become involved in the peace process. And that's what's important. Every human being. Because if you can find it in yourself to do something for Peace Day, September 21st, no matter how big or small, then together we can create a day of global unity. And that unity will save lives. We've been working for years with United Nations agencies and humanitarian organisations to document life-saving activity on the day, and it's been a huge success.
Now with these peace days, we have an opportunity building more every year on every year. It's not a pipe dream, it's a reality. 1.4 million children vaccinated in Afghanistan during the peace days last year, and this year we hope is going to be 1.8 million.
We're here at the Astor Theatre. What did you think of the movie?
I thought it was amazing. That it was incredible that he brought all those people together. And I didn't expect it. Sort of when you began the movie, you didn't kind of expect that he'd get there. And when he did, you were like, wow.
Have you been inspired to do something? Like, what do you think you'll do this September 21st?
I don't know yet, but it will be something, I'm sure.
You can walk an old lady across the road.
Yes, it all starts with small things.
All baby steps.
I like that.
We were talking about how that movie was a story of perseverance.
And what do you think? Inspiration?
I think so, yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Is it a hard battle? Would you go to that extreme? Devote 10 years of your life and fly around all around the world?
No, I wouldn't, and I think that's why it was very impressive.
What happened was historical, was magnificent. The Taliban came out with a statement saying they're not going to harm any vaccination teams. If it can happen once, it can happen again and again and again.
All over Afghanistan, there have been 82 separate Peace Day initiatives. So you see, the day is working.
So the challenge now is to let the people know that Peace Day exists. We decided that creating an education resource had to become one of our main priorities. After a year and a half of work, the Peace One Day Citizenship Resource Pack was completed and last year was given free to 92% of UK secondary schools. This year, with the support of Ben & Jerry's and Scholastic, it will be given free to the schools of America.
Every time we fight, I know it's not right. Every time that you're up there and I smile, I know I should forget.
It's our intention to give the Peace One Day education resource to every school on the planet.
I said to them what you've done and that we would very much welcome the special resource for the schools in Afghanistan.
And our work with young people is growing in fantastic ways all the time.
One day, one goal. I'm ready to play.
We teamed up with Puma and created the One Day, One Goal football campaign to see matches played all over the world on Peace Day.
From a conflict zone in the Ivory Coast to an indoor shopping centre in Tokyo to the match I played this afternoon at White Hart Lane, I am delighted to announce that there have been football matches played in honour of Peace Day in 180 countries around the world.
We need to get you on board and me on board.
I'm definitely on board.
You know, what do each of us do? What do you do tomorrow? How do you make a difference? What will you let go of? You know, how do you make it a safer, easier place to live through your actions tomorrow? I think that's the thing you've got to ask yourself, or I have to ask myself. Thanks very much.
Thank you very much.
So what do you say to everybody out there for World Peace Day? What can they do?
Get on board, get onto the website, register your name, give a little bit of money. You know, whatever you can do, get it out there. You know, let people know. Talk about it. I think, you know, September 21st. Talk about September 21st and being the day.
It's just making one change at a time.
Amazing.
One small change. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Keep bidding away.
Over 100 million people in over 100 countries are marking the day today in many different ways.
But we're still at the beginning, and now we need your help.
Please make your commitment to the day, because each and every one of our commitments makes a difference.
By making your own commitment to Peace Day and logging it on our website, you will inspire others to do the same. As commitments grow, so the message will spread until everyone becomes aware of the day.
The idea of having a Peace Day where we can allow barriers to come down, allow people to get in with much needed aid and medical supplies is a fantastic idea that I support wholeheartedly.
You don't know what's going to happen. You don't know if anything's achievable until you actually try it.
We will not stop until we've informed every human being on the planet that Peace Day exists. It's up to our generation to build the foundation for a united world. And it will grow. It will really grow if you get behind it. So please, mark Peace Day, 21st of September, and lives will be saved.
Another fantastic night. What a show.
Much fun. I love that show. Everyone's come up with some brilliant ideas for what they're going to do on September 21st.
What are we going to do next week? I don't know,
but I can't wait because this week has been crazy.
It has. Thanks again for watching. Tune in next week, same time.
Thank you. Bye.
Responsibility. We are human beings. We have the responsibility to show right path. So I fully support.
What will you do to make peace on the 21st of September?